Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I'm a first year paramedic student. For myself, environmental health is about having a space that is clean, organized, and welcoming. It's where I feel totally focused and zeroed in without any distractions. A healthy space gives me positive energy so that I'm motivated to work well. However, whenever I am stressed, I find that meditation and yoga don't work well for me. I tend to actually find peace in cleaning, and although everything else in my life may be chaotic, at least I can keep my spaces clean and organized. As paramedics, we thrive in chaos and disorganization. We receive a variety of calls and never really know what to expect until we get to the scene. When working in such a chaotic and stressful situation, day in and day out, it's nice to come home to a space where chaos is nowhere to be found. Otherwise, you end up taking work home with you, and which is not good for the mind or the body. Prior to COVID, I would use a lot of coffee shops and spots on campus to study and work with classmates. It made my schedule more hectic, yes, but even having to juggle work, classes, extracurriculars, and studying, it still allowed me to separate my school life and my home life. Once COVID hit, everything just kind of stopped though. School moved online and I could no longer meet with friends or even able to work. It threw my mental health right into the trash. I could no longer just do what I normally would. I had to adapt to being alone. I had to quickly adapt to online learning despite having always learned in person. I was so used to doing things at the college where I had access to the study rooms, but that was no longer an option. I found it hard to focus on school while being at home. I realized I needed to create a separate workspace in order to focus on school. For first semester, I lived alone. It had its pros and cons, but I was at least able to make a makeshift office in my dining room, and it kind of worked. Second semester though, I moved in with some classmates, which was much better for me mentally. I wasn't as isolated as I was before, and we often started to study together and prep for exams, and it was really helpful for me. Another benefit though to moving was I got a much larger space where I could actually make a separate office room for myself. So I love the fact that it's super bright and well lit by the sunshine that comes into the window, because being a paramedic student, we're going to be dealing with a really dark career, and so for me, having a bright space motivates me to work well. It encourages me to actually focus on what I'm doing, and having an open space as well is super welcoming and just doesn't confine me to just one little spot. My advice would be find a space and decide what your intent is for it. Whether it's for studying, or working on a project, or something else, having a designated space allows your mind to focus on the task at hand. Don't be afraid to make some changes. Sometimes you'll find change can be better for you. The key is to find what works best for you. And if that means you need to change your environment, then so be it. I'm Amy, and this is my Health Minute.